here's sometimes arriving at a revelatory conclusion or a summary of a subject takes a while. And people can be presented with all the facts, and yet it's still like putting a puzzle together until they all fit into place. You don't really know the answer. Well, Proposition 1 in California, Gavin Newsom, he's all proposing mental health facilities and bedding and housing. They're trying to, now these people that are in power in California are fucking nutty out of their minds. Because obviously, California is one of the most shambled states there is now. This place is fucking stupid. They want to label everyone crazy. That's a proposition. Pardon me?
Or drug.
But mainly crazy. So, what they've been doing is they got this legislation in the background, and they've got these cops that want to go around and they're doing these training sessions where they think they could fucking come up and instantly assess by the way you look whether you're on drugs, like she says, or you're just nuts. There's not really a third option anymore. And when people that are on social services, and not just on government-assisted social services, if you request any kind of medical assistance from these nonprofits, the churches, the fucking nonprofits. Nonprofits does not mean pure of heart or good intentions. Right. What it means is tax-cheating motherfuckers that steal all the money. They don't even have any accounting. Like a regular business, there's formulas about how much you're allowed to fucking hide and all this shit. They just rake in oversighted profits beyond belief. People have no idea. No fucking idea. Billions of dollars. Well, now if you want medical assistance at a community hospital, anything, and you're not paying a fucking premium rate, or maybe even if you do, that they want to relegate all physical ailments to the realm of a manifestation of your mental state. So now they're going to prescribe antidepressants, antipsychotics, basically psych meds. And even if you don't take those, you just you get the prescription. Now your profile would be on record as receiving these prescriptions for psych meds. So there's a paper trail of you or whoever getting psych meds. Now you become on a chronic list. So people like myself or whatever, they would say chronically homeless and taking psych meds fits the profile for a lunatic. Now they've also made this other legislation that it doesn't matter, custodialship, stevedorsship. They fucking have legislation where they can take you off the streets forcibly, put you in a fucking quarantine or a restrictive or like a camp where you are held without any kind of due process and given medications, keep it on the shuffle, and now you're this commoditized fucking boxed up piece of fucking human veal. Money machine. Because as long as they keep a pulse going through your body, they could throw you an old green bologna sandwich, and now, even though you haven't done a fucking thing wrong, there's public safety, health and safety. They can remove people, lock them up, and everybody's for just warehousing people for no crimes. There's been no transgression, just that you aren't rich. And there happens to be tens of thousands of people in California that we personally know that are missing. The 20,000 in San Francisco that we're missing overnight. San Fernando Valley, I don't care what this homeless count says. I know that San Fernando Valley had a minimum of 50,000 to 100,000 people alone. And now there might be 1 to 5,000. Maybe. And those are carefully watched and monitored, and they're just that way. There's some kind of show. It's like, what are you talking about? There's someone over here. Well, they're just show like crisis actors. But what the plan is to fucking categorize and dehumanize people so that we could just lock them up, keep them as this perpetually federally subsidized piece of meat somewhere, and it's all under the auspice and pretense of the lunatics that run this asylum making a judgment that you're the crazy one. But then again, let's think about this. If you're fucking crazy in the eyes of Gavin Newsom,
with a slimy face,
I don't care whether people think this dude's a viable candidate or not. He's been our governor, and he is a piece of fucking shit. The dude stole the recall election. There was enough impetus where it was obvious. People wanted to recall this motherfucker. You think all they needed was the same amount of votes against him as they signed the petition. So that people that signed the petition, you don't think they voted against him? Of course they did. But what does the Democrat machine do? It fucking cheats in elections. It has that. But why do you think they did that so efficiently with Trump? Because in every Democrat-run city and state in America, the cheating machine is way more effective than the actual voting machine. Think about him saying, we decide things at the polls with Trump. Well, gee, I don't care if fucking Biden's dead. How much you want to bet he wins California? Nobody ever thought Trump would win in California, including Trump. Maybe he would now, but that's the plan. And if you think differently than them, you're nuts, and they'll lock you up. And just keep taking your Social Security and getting whatever assistance it is to make the betterment of society by removing these people and
giving them safe housing.
Yeah, we're giving them the things they need because we know better than they do what they need for life.
Yeah, they don't bother coming out.
Quality of life, continuum of care. You should look up continuum of care or whole person care. These aren't fucking jargon words that I'm making up.
No.
These are organizations that they've set up that are in place. Nonprofits. They tell the government what to do. Since when does a charity like Goodwill or Salvation Army give the government its marching orders?
No shit, the VA's run through the Salvation
Army. The VA goes through the Salvation Army, and like recently I got denied my benefits. Well, it just so happens that the people that initially fucking contacted the VA on my behalf are the same people that I suspect poisoned me and Tracy. And that's the last part of the whole scheme, is that if you don't believe the way they do, and you don't go along, and you are rebellious, and you do know your rights, then what happens is you get mysteriously ill and fucking start dying off.
Yeah.
And because the truth is, the homeless socio-demographic of middle-aged to older white people are the ones that would rebel and fight back the most if given half the chance. These are our age group are not the losers. They get targeted, and behind the scenes, people fucking pull moves with finances and employment and housing and all this other shit that keeps people off their balance, and you're constantly being hounded and harassed. If you're not fucking going along with the program, if you do go along with the program, then pretty soon you're going to have one of those fucking deer tags sticking out your asshole, and they're just going to be boxing you up somewhere. So that's what the fucking ultimate plan about it is. I think it's time for me and Trace. We gotta pack out of here because California, I used to love it. I thought it was the best state ever. It turns out it's pretty. It's like a seductress, but on the inside, it's this fucking evil
Rotten.
whore and just gross.